Right, so I just finished my new Producers Lab course, and that was my last mentor. I had a one-to-one mentor, and she's going to put me in touch with some people that she knows in the industry, so hopefully that'll help with my goals. Like I said before, I'm staying at my mum's because Becky's working in the hospital and it's a weird old time because of COVID and things. But the weird thing is, so is my sister, and I don't think my mum would expect her two adult children to be living with her. I'm 28 and my sister's 31. But my sister's husband is in the Navy and he's away at sea. So due to lockdown, she's come down here and she's staying here with my mum as well. So, which is really strange. And one thing that my sister let me borrow is her GoPro HERO 3. This is quite an old generation one, but I actually bought her it for Christmas, probably 2013, 2014. And at the time this was the newest model, because my sister and her husband, when they got married, were going to go travelling across Eastern Asia, which they did. I asked her if I could give it a go and I could borrow it, so because I really want one eventually, and I know this one won't be to the performance specs of the new ones, but at least I get to give it a go and play with it. So this is Gorilla Pod by Joby. It's one that I've normally got attached to this camera, but this is a bit annoying. I actually was in a rush, was just pulling it around, and I broke the leg. So it just means if you put any kind of weight on it, it kind of topples, which is quite frustrating because they're normally quite sturdy. But for the GoPro, it'll work perfectly. Put the Wi-Fi button on. It's connecting. There we go. So it's got a 1/4" tripod mount screw here, but it's very shallow on the GoPro. But as soon as I start screwing it in, the actual screw moves and adjusts, which is quite cool. And then at the bottom, you can unscrew. Whoops! So you can unscrew or screw it in to adjust how deep or shallow it is. So I'm going to screw this one on. There we go. So normally on this camera that I'm shooting on here, I have that, but because I'm using it on the GoPro, I'm going to put this as an Opteca. This is my kind of cheap version of a Steadicam when I first got my camera ages ago. It was an old video camera I used to use, but actually it's really handy, especially if you're shooting like sports or particularly skateboarding, because they hold it down and it just absorbs a lot of the shock of the handle. It's on this handle, pretty handy. And then because this is a little bit too tall, you can actually attach it to the top, and that means I've got a free hot shoe space so I can put another thing on. So now I want to go and give the GoPro a go outside and see how the time-lapse feature works. One of the things I really want to invest in a GoPro for is I want to be able to attach it to my chair, because this camera is slightly too heavy. Well, this handle does not make a very good selfie handle, but here we go. That's that going on my wheels. I'm gonna give it a quick rush around and see how it goes. Oh, it is cold out here. I don't know at what point while I was wheeling that it actually came off, but it didn't stay. It's the only thing. I need to get a proper clamp to give it a go, I guess. This kind of just is good for like gripping onto walls and stuff, or fences and things, branches. is probably a better one, not walls. There's no grip on walls. But it was cool to just see what it looks like, because I really want to get one to be able to attach to me as first person view, because I feel like that's be an interesting thing to view, is first person view of a wheelchair user, especially while I'm travelling and things. Sorry, left the door open. Now it's not very much battery life on it, but I'm going to give it a go with the time lapse and see how that looks. Cool. Thank you. I'll catch you later.